Hey guys, this is Miriam at High Life Auto. I am out doing a video test drive on a 2013 Ford Edge. If you've never been on my video test drives before, the way it works is I drive the vehicle on video and I tell you what I see, hear, think, smell, and feel to give you the best indication of being in the driver's seat without actually being in the driver's seat. I'm not a mechanic and this is not meant to be a 182-point inspection. Rather, it's meant to be a sneak peek at how the vehicle drives and any potential issues I notice as we're going along. So we'll take a look around the vehicle, we'll take a look under the hood, and then we'll go for a drive. So, I've not driven this except across the street from my lot to here, so here we go. Alright, Ford Edge, it seems like all of the Ford Edges we get are black, so another black Ford Edge. Looks pretty decent. I don't really see any major rust. Tires are pretty dang good, 65, 75% on the front. Maybe a hair less, maybe 60, 65%, but there's a good chance that they're the same and I just don't have any good depth perception. But it's a really decent looking vehicle. Interior is just cloth, but it's clean. I don't see any major rips or tears or anything like that. The auction did say that it's got some suspension noise and some exhaust noise. As it is, I don't hear really any exhaust noise. Maybe it's louder than it should be, but we'll kind of see. This is the EcoBoost, which, as I was checking it out earlier, it's the 2.0 EcoBoost, which most of these Edges are the 3.5s, and so this one I think is probably a better one. I haven't heard really anything about the 2.0s, and so that's actually probably a good thing. When you don't hear anything, you know, no news is good news. But yeah, it looks like a really decent vehicle. No major dents, dings, scratches, or anything like that. Let's look under the hood. Under there. It started right up. Alright, so we'll shut the hood and we'll go take it for a drive. It does have some higher miles, but it seems like all of them that we get do, and so I think that's kind of a common thing. These tend to go for longer than, you know, maybe normal, because, you know, all of them, I don't think that we've ever had a low mileage Edge. I think they've all been over 200,000 miles. So let's see, we've got on the dash, let's see, 241,000 miles on here. There's a check engine light, and they told me what it was, some pressure higher than expected, but I'll take a look at that. And my seatbelt light, so the check engine light is 1016 wastegate control pressure higher than expected. I think that wastegate, I think that has to do with turbo, because I know turbos have a wastegate. I'm not exactly certain what that means, so it's something to look up and see what it means, and we'll just see we'll see how it drives. But you do the system check and it says 0 warning, so that's a good thing. Radio works. There's no backup camera. Sometimes you've got a little backup camera in this screen. There's no backup camera. I just put it in reverse. But you do have Sirius and you can connect your phone on there. AC is on. It blows ice cold. Not that you really need that for much longer, but we will turn the heat on and see how that goes. Turn the AC off. Let's see, hold on, turn the power back on. Turn the heat on and see what that does, and we'll check our windows. My driver's side window works. Passenger side window works. Rear passenger side window works, and rear driver's side window. Let's check it on the window. Nope, rear driver's side window does not work. No noise, no movement, nothing. So I would imagine you've got a motor problem there. There's an oil change sticker up here. Oil change isn't due till 246/179, so it's got about 5,000 miles on it before your oil change is due. Heat is blowing out hot, so you've got good heat. Turn that down because we don't need heat today. And then I'm going to put my seat up so we can go. Let's see, just a manual seat. Let me adjust that, and we're going to go for a drive and see what they said. Okay, so they said exhaust noise, and they said suspension noise, and then they said check engine light for that wastegate pressure, whatever. So put my seatbelt on so that the seatbelt light doesn't ding the entire time. I think the exhaust noise might be a little bit of a stretch. Like, it might be louder than it should be, but it's certainly nothing that I think is a problem. It's not loud. It's not obnoxious. I don't even think it's really that loud at all. So I think that's just fine. They also said suspension noise, and again, I don't hear any suspension noise. I'll try and maybe hit a couple bumpier roads, and we'll see if I can make anything happen. But otherwise, like, it seems to be running good. It's got good acceleration. It's driving smooth. I easily got up to 60, and it's no problems at all. Let's see. I'm going to put my cruise on and see how that works. I've got my cruise going. Cruise works at 60 miles an hour, and I'm cruising along smooth. My left turn signal works. My right turn signal works. My brakes are really good. No grinding, no vibration. They're right at the top of the pad. Windshield wipers work. Windshield wiper fluid works. I think this one is a winner. Okay. I mean, you can definitely tell, I think, that it's the smaller motor when you drive. If you drive the 3.5 next to the 2.0, you can definitely tell it just has a little bit less oomph. But it's not, I don't really think it's problematic. I think it's just different. So you can tell it's going to be a smaller motor. But it drives well. Really, when you talk about an overview of this, I think you've got the check engine light on there for the wastegate. So take a look at that check engine light. I think it's a 1016 code. See what that means. And other than that, I think it's a pretty good one. Like I said, I don't hear any suspension noise. I don't hear any extra exhaust noise. I don't hear anything that the auction said would be problematic. But yeah, it seems like it's all right to me. So it's driving good, driving smooth. I'm gonna go before we end this. I'm gonna go hit my gravel lot and see. Actually, I'm gonna go down this road because it is a bumpier road, and see if I can cause any suspension noise that the auction noticed. So definitely no suspension noise on like the highway. They might just be over saying, just so that so that you don't think too much of it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, this is a bumpier road, and I don't really hear any suspension noise. Definitely something to pay attention to, but I don't really hear anything concerning. So I think mainly you've got the check engine light on there. But I mean, it seems like it's been pretty maintained. It's got good tires. The oil change is current. And it's running and driving really well. It's in good condition. So if you've got any questions, my cell phone is 309-267-7200. Thanks, guys.